Now, sadly, there are many who have taken this description of the church, that the church is the pillar and buttress. We'll talk about what that is. It's a foundational support. Some have taken this to mean that the church can provide ongoing, infallible revelation via something like a church council. And that's not what this is teaching at all. You'll see some who will basically appeal to a church council in history being authoritative because, and they will cite this, because the church is the pillar and ground or foundation or buttress of the truth, as though this text is teaching that the church is the ongoing dispensary of infallible revelation. That is not what this text is teaching at all. These are infrastructure terms. See, the language that's used here, first we'll start with the word pillar. The word pillar is the Greek word stulos. Now, Timothy was in Ephesus, and if there were people who knew about pillars, it was the people who lived in Ephesus. Because in Ephesus you had one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, as it was called, the temple of the false goddess Diana. So you had all of these pillars, and they held up this kind of top frame, this top piece on the top of these pillars so that everybody could see it. And that's what pillars did. They held stuff up so that that thing that was held up could become visible. And then you have the second word that's used here. Hedrioma is the word in the Greek. It's another infrastructure term that talks about the kind of support that is given to a structure. Well, what is the church supporting here? The truth. So see what the church is meant to be. The church is meant to be a pillar of the truth in the sense that the church holds up the truth so that it becomes visible, so that people might hear that there is a way to be forgiven of sins through faith in Jesus Christ. That's what the church is. The church holds up the truth, and the church also supports the truth. In a world that would love to see the gospel and the truth that's inseparable to it vanish, God's appointed means of preserving the truth in the world is connected to the preservation of His church. We're not dispensing new truth. There's not like ongoing layers of truth that we are giving. What we're doing is we're holding up the truth that has already been given. The infallible Word of God. The church, you might say, is to hold the line. When the waves of false theology come against the church, it happened in the first century, it's happening today. When the gospel is assaulted, the church is meant to be the pillar and the buttress, the support of the truth. The church holds the line. When people say you are not saved by grace alone through faith alone in Jesus, you have to work to get that free gift of heaven. The church says no. The gospel is received by grace alone through faith alone.